Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how I built this power supply system step by step. Right here in front of you, we have the basic setup. This small green board is our capacitor board. It's where we'll mount the large capacitor. These big red cylinders you see are the 10,000 microfarad capacitors rated for 100 volt. They're designed to smooth out the voltage coming from the transformer later on. In this first step, I'm just showing you all the parts, the capacitor board and the capacitors themselves, before we move on to assembly. We'll be using these to build a stable DC power supply that can handle heavy loads, perfect for high-power amplifiers or large electronic projects. So, let's go ahead and move to the next step where we'll start connecting everything together. Alright, now let's start soldering and connecting the component. Here, I'm attaching the capacitors firmly onto the board. You can see the metal terminals underneath. These are where we'll solder the capacitor legs to make sure they have a solid connection. It's important to check the polarity. Make sure the positive and negative pins are aligned correctly. Once everything is in place, I tighten the screws on the terminal blocks so the wires won't move. This step may look simple, but it's really important for safety and performance. We have a completed capacitor module, ready to connect to our transformer in the next step. Everything is secure, and the board looks neat and clean. Now let's move on to the transformer connection. This large round metal component is a toroidal transformer, rated at 220 volts AC input and dual 56 volt outputs, plus a 12 volt secondary tap. Here I connect the output wires from the transformer to the capacitor board. Yellow and green for the AC output, and the center tap goes to ground. Once connected, we'll test the output. I'm using a multimeter to measure the voltage, and as you can see, the reading climbs up steadily. It reaches around 70 volts on each side, or a 70 VDC after rectification and filtering. That's a great result. It shows that the transformer and capacitor combination is working perfectly. The capacitors are doing their job, smoothing out the ripple and providing clean DC power. This kind of setup is powerful enough for large audio amplifiers, motor drivers, or any device that needs high current and stable voltage. Before touching anything, remember, safety first. These voltages are high and can be dangerous if you're not careful. Now we're at the final stage, connecting everything together and running the full test. As you can see, it looks almost the same as before, but now everything is neatly organized. We measure the voltage again, same results. Around 70 volts, stable and clean. This shows that the system is fully functional. If you're someone who loves electronics and wants to learn how to build your own power supply, this is a great project to start with. Don't worry if it looks complicated. Just take it step by step. First the board, then the capacitors, then the transformer, and finally the measurement. With patience and practice, you can absolutely build this on your own. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next project.